What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. It's DripGodDero, and I'm back at you guys with another banger. So, in today's video, we will be breaking down the play-in game of the Toronto Raptors and the Chicago Bulls. Now, if you didn't know, the Toronto Raptors are currently the 9th seed, and the Chicago Bulls are the 10th seed. And with that being said, in this breakdown, we will go over some of their previous games against each other. We will also go over some of the stats for these teams since they haven't really made too many changes over the trade deadline. And we will wrap up by me just giving my thoughts on which team I feel like will win and just some key things that both teams should look out for. But without further ado, let's switch over and let's get it. Alright, so we all switched over, and as you guys know, I always like to show you guys the conference. So let's take a look at it, man. Like I said before, Toronto, they are the 9th seed. Chicago, they are the 10th seed. And let's just jump right into it. So we all switched over, and as you guys can see, this is the Toronto Raptors 2022-2023 regular season schedule, and let's just scroll down until we do find the matchups with the Chicago Bulls. So here's the first matchup. It was on November 6th, as you guys can see right here, and the Toronto Raptors won this game, and then the next game they actually lost. So that's food for thought right there. Let's keep scrolling down. So as of right now, they are 1-1. All right, so we all found the next game, and in this one they did end up winning again against the Chicago Bulls. As we can see, it was on February 28th. So they are 2-1 as of right now, and let's see if they did play them any other times. It looked like they only played 3 games. So they are 2-1 against the Chicago Bulls. Now, let's take a look at these stats so we can see exactly what these teams excel in and what they struggle in. All right, so for the stats, in the 2022-2023 NBA season, the Toronto Raptors, they did average 24th out of 30th when it came to points per game. So they're not a high-scoring team, but something that's very nice to notice that they were 4th out of 30th when it came to opponents' points per game. So they did not let opposing teams score too many points, as we can see. Now, for their offensive rating, they were 11th out of 30th. So they're close to top 10, but just not there. And it's also the same with their defensive rating. They're 12th out of 30th. So they're close to top 10, but just not there. And I feel like that's the main reason why this team, they have the record that they have, is because they've been kind of middling when it comes to just their offense and their defense. Let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls, see what they're working with. So, for the Chicago Bulls, in the 2022-2023 season, they are 22nd when it came to points per game, so they don't score that many points as well. And they are 7th when it comes to opponents' points per game, so they don't let the opposing team score too many points. So that's actually good. That's good. Now, the offensive rating is 24th out of 30th, so they definitely have a pretty low offensive rating. They don't score too many points. Their defensive rating is pretty good, though. They're actually top 10 when it comes to defense. Their defensive rating is 5th out of 30th. So that's definitely something nice that I would like to note. And when it just comes down to both of these teams, what do I feel like will really cause one of these teams to either win or lose? The thing I feel like will really cause one of these teams to win or lose is which team can actually hit their threes. Now, both of these teams aren't that great of three-point shooting teams. They both are bottom 10 when it comes to 3-point shooting, especially when it comes to attempts. So with that being said, I feel like the main thing is which team will actually hit those threes. I feel like that could definitely change the pace of the game. Another thing I do want to note is that although the Chicago Bulls, they didn't really make too many big roster moves over the trade deadline, the Toronto Raptors, they did. They actually got a center. And I feel like that's another key point. How well can Jakob Poeltl guard Vucevic? If he does do well guarding him, then, hey, Chicago, they might struggle because, as we already know, Toronto, they do got a lot of, athletic, long wings. So, Chicago, they might struggle if Jakob Poeltl actually locks him up. But if he can't guard him, I don't know. Chicago Bulls, they may actually have a chance, man. Especially if their stars get hot. Zach LaVine, if he get hot, if DeMar DeRozan get hot, it might be a big problem. Another thing I do want to note is how good will Fred VanVleet actually be this game. I feel like if Fred VanVleet is actually hitting his pull-up threes and actually breaking down the defense, Toronto, they're going to win. If he doesn't, if he's still struggling like he has been over the regular season, Chicago might win. But just to give my opinion on which team I feel like will win, I think the Toronto Raptors will be victorious when it comes to this play-in game. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Get down there in them comments, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the motherfucking channel, turn on notifications and all that good stuff. And I'm out. Peace.